Shalom, everyone. So, I got a question. What would you say is the ultimate goal of your life? Many people would say that they want to have a house, or they want to have a really nice car, or they want to travel the world, or they want to grow old with someone, or have lots of money, these are all understandable goals. But I'm going to tell you what really the ultimate goal of your life is. And I'm going to do it by talking about a video game that I used to play. And the name of the video game doesn't really matter. I'm not trying to advertise or plug it. But I'm just going to describe it and use it as an illustration to explain what the ultimate goal of your life and my life and everyone's life, what the ultimate goal really, really is. So in this game, when you start out, you're dropped on a big island, and let's say the island is probably about the size of this whiteboard. Well, after a little while, after a minute or so, you start to notice that you're in a big circle. And so you're playing, and this is a first-person shooter game, and you're trying to, like most first-person shooter games, you're trying to either kill or be killed. You're trying to, kill all the other people on the playing field and not get killed yourself. And in this game, you can play by yourself, with a partner. You can play by yourself, with a partner, or with a team of 4. And I'll talk about that in a few minutes. So then after a few minutes of you playing in the circle, you start to notice that there is a blue circle that is shrinking around this one, and then after a time, your playing field decreases to this size. And this circle goes away. I'll just erase that. So then, after about another minute or two, you see the circle shrink again. And what happens is if you're still outside this circle, you start to lose health quickly. If you wander away into the outside of this circle, you lose health quickly. And you don't want that to happen, because the game will end and you'll have to start all over again. So, like I said, after a few minutes, this circle starts to get smaller. And then this outer circle goes away. I won't erase it again, but the point is and then a few minutes, this circle, not really a circle, but you get the point, gets smaller. And then this circle gets to about this size. And right by the time that it's about this size, you're probably fighting maybe 1 or 2 other guys, and you're trying to be the last one on the field, or the last team on the field. So, that is an analogy to life. That is the ultimate goal of your life. You want to be in life, you want to be at that center circle of righteousness. Like this big circle here, I call this the diminishing circle of righteousness. When you're born, you start in the playing field of life in this big, huge, massive circle. And you don't know anything, so your parents will teach you what is right, what is wrong. Don't hit your brother, don't steal. These kinds of things your parents will teach you. And then, in a smaller circle, that's when you grow a little bit older and you start to go to school. You're in kindergarten and you learn a little more. You learn how to be nice on on the playground, and and you don't hit people, and that kind of thing. So, and then as you grow a little older, you learn a little more and a little more, and you get a job, and so you may go to church, or you may go to a synagogue or mosque or some other type of faith, and you learn a little bit more about what righteousness is. So by the time that you get to this circle here, this is really my testimony, and maybe yours too. You start to have a real conscious, real good idea about what righteousness is. Now, let me use a few examples from the scriptures. So, first of all, I also want to talk about one more thing from this game. You may experience a time when in here, let's say right about here. Where you start to notice, and it's not only are the people trying to shoot at you, trying to kill you or run you over with a car or whatever, there are bombs dropping out of the sky and go pow, 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 pow. There are bombs that are dropping out of the sky, and you could die from that too. Now, this is an analogy to life, and I'll tell you why. Because you could be in the right place at the right time, and sometimes it just feels like everything is going wrong. You start to wonder, what did I do? How did I sin? Have I done something wrong? You start to pray and cry out to the Most High, and you think, what did I do? Yeah, tell me something. Tell me what I did wrong. You didn't do anything wrong. This is just life. You're in the red zone, as this circle is called. You're in the red zone, and it's a test of your faith. And it's a situation where Yah will put you in there to test you in your faith, to see what you are going to do. This is what the entire story of Job is all about. Yah allowed Job to go through tests to see what he would do. He let the devil have his way with him, and to see what he would do. He would. If he would buckle, if he would, curse Yah and die, or as his wife told him to do, or whatever. But he wanted to see what he would do, and Job came out stronger in the end, and he was blessed with double of what he had before. So, point of all this is when you're in this red zone, you got to remember what Psalm 34:19 says. It says, many are the afflictions of the righteous, but Yah delivers him out of them all. So when you're in the red zone there, and things are going wrong, and you feel like you can't take any more, and that is when you draw closer to Yah, and you just realize more than ever that He has you. He has you. I have been in many, many, many situations when I was doing right by Yah, and I was doing my best to live right, and it seems like in some days everything that can go wrong does. But here's the thing. If nothing ever goes wrong in your life, when you're living right, especially, when you're living right or whether you're living wrong, but especially when you're doing your best to live a righteous life, if nothing ever goes wrong and it's always smooth sailing, how will you ever know the protection of Yah and the deliverance of Yah? How will you know? You won't. So that is why Yah allows you to be tested, to see what you will do, and so that you will know and know that you know His faithfulness and His protection, and how He will bless you when you come out on the other side of the red zone. So, now, I also want to talk about your team. Let's say you start out in a team of 4. Sometimes people will wander away. People will do their own thing. Yes, there are teams of 4 that, they will be friends and they will fight together, and yes, that is a good thing. And they often win together, and that is great. But sometimes you're matched up with people you do not know, and they will wander away and do their own thing, and they'll be killed or whatever. So that is an analogy to life. You're going to have people in your team, in your family, in your workplace, in your friends circle, who are going to do their own thing, and that is just part of life. It's no reflection on you, but you just have to accept it. At the end of the day, you are responsible. You and you alone are responsible for your walk. Yes, we are to witness to people. We are to fellowship with people, and that is all true. But at the end of the day, you and you alone are responsible for your own walk. And I want to use it as an example from the scriptures. Ezekiel chapter 18, verse 120. It says, "The soul who sins will die. The son shall not bear the iniquity of the father, neither shall the father bear the iniquity of the son. The righteousness of the righteous shall be upon him, and the wickedness of the wicked shall be upon him." So the point of all this is you and you alone are responsible for your own walk, your own righteousness. If you get to the center of the circle, then you win. You win. Yes, you're ultimately really your team wins. But the point is that you are responsible in life. You are responsible for your own righteousness. And like I said, yes, we are to tell people to do right, and how to live right, but ultimately people have their own minds, and they're going to do their own thing. I've seen it happen many times, where people that we fellowship with, that we walk with, their friends, companions, love interests, family, or whatever, they can't walk with you, and they leave. And yes, it's heartbreaking, but at the end of the day, you got to keep it moving. You've got to keep it moving. So that is it. That here in the center circle. Actually, it's more smaller like this, but anyway, the point is in this center circle. That, as I started out, I asked you with the question, what is the ultimate goal of your life? It's here. It is here. When you get to the point where you know Yah, and you know His deliverance, and you know His righteousness, and you walk every day with Him, you're in praises to Him, and you have constant fellowship with Him, and it's like the scripture says, Enoch walked with Yah. Enoch walked with Yah. And that is the ultimate goal of your life. To live out your calling and do what He has told you to do, what you were born to do. So I hope this has encouraged you, and I hope this has helped you to feel better about your life, and give you a little bit of direction about where your life is going, and some purpose for your life. And I know this has been a bit long and sometimes hard to follow, but anyway, I hope this has encouraged you. I'll be doing another video soon. Shalom.